losses, especially at the beginning of my career, but I always tried to learn from them. I always continued to work hard, even after those defeats, and then I think surrounding myself with the right people as well. You know, I've had the same team around me for 5-6 years since I came on the professional tour. Just some changes to the coaching setup, and Ivan Lendl has helped me a lot. Obviously, the last 18 months or so.
And the way you were able this time to refocus. Anytime you sort of lose your cool with yourself, you're able within minutes to get back to that top form, top of the game again, wasn't it? That was the difference.
I think you learn more. I mean, some people that comes more naturally to. Some people it takes a little bit more time, and I think yesterday was a good example of how I've sort of changed on the court, evolved a little bit, because when I was younger I used to get very frustrated and it would affect my game, whereas I know now to win those sort of matches you can't waste too much energy worrying about what's happened in the past. You need to try and look forward as much as possible.
Andy, the whole world wants to talk to you. We've now got Bill Turnbull and Susanna Reid in the studio.
Morning, Andy. Can you hear us?
Morning. Yeah.
Oh. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Congratulations.
From
Fantastic.
everybody. How are you feeling this morning?
Yeah, I feel all right. I'm tired. I probably slept for about an hour and a half last night, so yesterday was a long day, and just tired today.
Last year, after that emotional moment, we understand that subsequently you had a dream in which you dreamed that you'd won the title and then woke up to enormous disappointment. Well, how were your dreams last night?
I wasn't sleeping long enough to have any dreams, but last year was a tough loss for me, one of the hardest of my career, and this stuff that kind of followed a few days afterwards as well was not ideal. So just glad I managed to finally do it yesterday, and I can hopefully play without as much sort of pressure and expectation for the rest of my career.
I mean, a famous victory, and everybody congratulating you, but when you went up to greet your family and friends afterwards, there were mums around Britain screaming at you to go back and say hi to your mum. What happened?
Well, my mum wasn't actually sitting in the players' box, so obviously went up and saw everyone that was in the box, and my mum was actually sitting a few rows behind, so I didn't know exactly where everybody was sitting, and then obviously said hi or thanks to everyone in the box. Turned round, and then I just heard a couple of people shouting that you'd forgotten your mum, and then obviously I turned around.
Because of all the people to forget, you don't forget your mum, Andy. That's the thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think of anyone, mums are going to be the most forgiving. That final game was so, well, frankly frightening for people watching at home. It felt like, as you were serving for the match, it was one step forward, 2 steps back. What did it take? What were you thinking in your mind about how important to the match that game was?
When I sat down at the end change, I actually felt okay. I wasn't really thinking too much about it. I was just concentrating on the first point and where I was going to hit my first serve on the first point. But then when I went 40 love up, I was thinking in my head that, I'm about to win Wimbledon, so, very rarely will you lose your serve from 40 love up. And then a few points later, I'm facing break point, and I mean, some of the points in that last game were unbelievable. I can't really remember exactly what happened in it, but it's toughest sort of 3-4 minute period of my career, some of the hardest points I've ever played, and just mentally really, really challenging.
Well, not many people, single individuals, get to make the whole of Britain joyous in one moment. You've done that. We'd like to thank you and congratulate you. Well done, Andy Murray. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Great.
Thank you.
Great to talk to you this morning, Andy. Thank you so much.
Well, it's 12 minutes past 8, so sorry to be late with the rest of the news, but I think the delay was worth it. Let's get to the rest of it now.
Yeah.